For launch in 3, 2. For launch in 3, 2.
Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. Superman, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend steel in his bare hands.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another edition of Comic Convo with Tommy the Hammer. Today I thought we would discuss the latest graphic novel that I just read. It's from the DC REBIRTH series called Son of Superman Volume 1. Now, before we get into this actual comic book review, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about the character of Superman. Now, I know there's a lot of misconceptions about the character in the comic books. A lot of detractors say that he's boring or the comic books are too vanilla for their taste, but I would have to wholeheartedly disagree with those individuals. The main thing that I find to be the most interesting about Superman is the fact that he is infinitely good. He has all of these insane powers. He can shoot lasers from his eyes, he can freeze things with his breath, he can lift a freaking boat out of the ocean, he can do whatever he wants, and he chooses to be good. He chooses to help man.
Why are you here? There must be a reason for you to be here.
Yes, I'm here to fight for truth and justice in the American way.
You're gonna end up fighting every elected official in this country.
And I feel like that's relatable in the sense that, we in society, in reality, we want our civil servants to be the absolute best that they can be. When we think about police officers and firefighters and military personnel, we don't want them to be corrupt. We don't want them to have all that power and abuse it. We want them to be almost better than the average member of society. The Superman in this series is the Superman that you and I grew up with. He's the Superman of the 1980s, 90s, and early 2000s.
Don't mess with the S.
It's the dreaded Doomsday, the most fearsome force in the universe. Even Doomsday learned you don't mess with the S. Superman figures eat souls.
And if you're familiar with the character or the storylines from those eras, then stepping into this new one shouldn't be a problem for you guys. I find the story to be immensely interesting because the Superman here, he's not in his usual universe. He's in kind of like an Earth 2 setting. And the Superman in that universe is dead. And he has to step in and fill his shoes, which of course makes him the alien again. And no good comic would be complete without a prolific villain. Well, I'm happy to say that the villain in this story is none other than the Eradicator. If you're familiar with the Rise of the Superman plot arc from back in the 90s after Doomsday killed Superman, then you'll be familiar with who the Eradicator is. If you're not, basically he's kind of a bioorganic cyborg of sorts. And in this story, he is hell-bent on keeping the Kryptonian bloodline pure. But I'd have to say the best element to this comic book is its heart, the family elements between Superman and his son. There's just something to, that makes you want to look up to the guy as if he was a real person.
What's the S stand for?
It's not an S. On my world, it means hope.
So all in all, guys, I gotta say this new comic book is a real winner. And if I was to give it a star count out of 10, I could give it a solid 8.5.